In the kitchen with Lucy Greer. We've got the crock pot out, a huge piece of meat and vegetables, putting two and two together. Sounds like pot roast, but what an awesome meal.
You got it. And yes, so many people love to use their crock pot, and people are always asking for more recipes for them. And so I thought we would do that today. It's so easy. Kids are back in school, you know.
No mess, just put it in there.
I know it. It's so easy. And everybody loves pot roast. And so I thought today we could do, you know, just an easy recipe and get it in our crock pot. And today we're going to use a sirloin tip roast. So a lot of people, when they're thinking about roast, they use a chuck roast or a rump roast. But the great thing about a sirloin tip roast, which I've just recently discovered, is that there's not a ton of fat running through it. And
I can see that, yeah.
It's lean, so it's a little bit better for you, and also you don't lose a bunch of the meat. You know, sometimes you cook a roast and then you open up the pot, you're like, where'd it go?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah.
I know, so this one, it's really neat. I mean, when I cooked this, I mean, it just stayed together.
Yeah, you can see it there. It's as big as that dish right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of yield out of it. So I just feel like it's a really good value for people. Just so you and it's still a ton of flavor too.
I was going to say plenty of food as well. You will absolutely have leftovers.
You will,
unless
for sure.
You have a family of 15.
Yeah. So today I'm just going to use some red potatoes, which was about 6 small ones. I just quartered those up, and then I just used an onion and 1 pack of the little baby carrots. And I'm just going to season the veggies, and I just have a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper. And my mom always uses those crock pot liners. Have you seen them?
I have seen those.
Yeah, and I never remember to buy them.
Right, but what do they do?
So all you do is put that in first, and then it's plastic. Reynolds makes them, and it's 3 in a box, and you just put that over it, and they're big size, so no matter what size your crock pot is, it'll fit. And so you put that down, and then you just put everything in it. So at the end, you just, you know, get your food out, and then you just take the liner out, and
so easy.
It's so easy because, you know, sometimes stuff sticks, but
as if you need to make crock pot things easier. So
no, seriously.
but they have. So
yeah,
there you go.
Exactly. So I don't have one of those today, but you can totally get one. So I just wanted to season up our veggies so that way, you know, we're just seasoning every layer of our dish. And so at this point, we'll just put our meat in, and then we have a couple of other things to jazz it up with.
All right. And we'll jazz it up in the next cooking segment.
All right.
Thank you, Lucy.
Sounds good.
Back in the kitchen with Lucy from Greer's. Lucy, great to see you as always. This is some down-home good cooking right here.
Yeah, it is. You know, people have those things that they cook every week. We've talked about them before. Spaghetti, tacos, and roast is one of them.
Absolutely.
So it's definitely something easy, good, that you can feed your family, and is a lot of value in it. I mean, not only healthy-wise, you know, you get your protein and some veggies, but also it stretches your dollar. So I told Alexa about this roast that we're using today, which is a sirloin tip roast, which actually we have on sale this week. So if you haven't tried a sirloin tip roast before, go out and grab one, because it is definitely a leaner cut of meat. It's still going to get super tender in our crock pot, and we're not going to lose a lot of our meat that when it cooks, because it's a little bit leaner and doesn't have all that fat running through it.
So since we have that shot of the meat right now, you wanted to talk a little bit about the meat departments at Greer's. Is something you take a lot of pride in? Yeah,
we do. We are one of the few chains left that still have people actually back there in the meat department cutting meat back there. It doesn't all come in pre-processed and where we just put it out. So we don't have any injections in there with products that keep it, you know, fresher longer on the shelf like some other retailers. So I just called one of our market guys over on our Dauphin Street store, and I was like, hey, I need 2 sirloin tip roasts. You know, about 4 or 5 pounds each. Can you get them ready for me? And he, you know, said sure, and he got them ready. So that is one thing that we want people to know, is that they can come in, communicate with the people back there in the market, and get exactly what they want. If they don't see exactly what they want in the case, then we'll cut it for them. So please get to know your market person back there at whatever Greer's you shop at, because they're there to help you.
And so many people are moving more toward wanting the natural foods, the one that don't have preservatives and processed and all that kind of stuff. So this is a healthier way to eat your meat.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. is. And so what we already did was in our crock pot, we took about 6 red potatoes, 1 onion, and a bag of baby carrots. We seasoned those up with some salt and pepper, put those down on the bottom, and then we put our meat down. And like I said, this is about 4 or 5 pounds. And what I have here is a jar of pepperoncini, pepper rings. I actually got this off our dollar aisle.
Okay.
So if you haven't checked out the dollar aisle, check that out, because I get so much stuff off the dollar aisle. It's just absolutely amazing. So we have lots of ways for you to stretch your dollar up and down the grocery aisles. And so I already used half the jar when I made the other roast, so I'm just going to use the other half, and then we can just, you know, push them down to the sides. And then I wanted a little bit of spice in mine, so I just got some jarred jalapenos. I'm just going to pull a few out, so you could totally omit this. And
You're not going to do the whole thing? You're not that spicy? You're somewhat spicy, but not like super spicy?
That spicy, yes.
You're not one of the Spice Girls?
No, gosh, I wish.
Yeah.
No. What I was going to say.
I threw you off with Sporty Spice and the talk of the Spice Girls.
You know, I definitely wasn't Sporty Spice. I played basketball, but I don't know what Spice Girl I would have been. You know, everybody wanted to be like posh or baby,
Yes.
but I'm definitely not cool enough to be posh, and I'm probably not innocent enough to be baby. So I'm just not sure which Spice Girl I would have been.
Well, you know, it's an important question. We'll give you some time to think
Okay.
about it. You know, when we come back, we want to talk a lot about your online grocery shopping and delivery and pickup and all those sorts of things, because Greer's is on the cutting edge when it comes to all of that. So we'll touch on that in our next segment. We're continuing to work on this pot roast, adding the ranch and the gravy mix, and we'll be back in a second.
Finishing up an awesome pot roast recipe with Lucy here in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I was just saying to you what I love. No pots. All I'm seeing right now is I only have to clean one thing.
Yeah, we have a clean kitchen.
Yes, the plates that I eat it on, and then that crock pot, which is already easy to clean. So that's what I love. And you've only put not that many ingredients in it too.
No, yeah, so it doesn't cost a lot to make this recipe. So we already started with our potatoes and carrots and onion. So we have our veggies down, and then we put our roast down, and we took 1/2 of a jar of our pepperoncini peppers that were already sliced up, and we used some of the juice, and then just about a tablespoon of jalapenos. And a little bit of that juice that I just put on top.
If you're brave, you can put the whole thing in there.
Yeah, if you're brave, you can put the whole thing in there. I asked Spiro, I was like, is it too spicy? He said no. So I was like, okay.
Okay, good. It's been checked.
Yeah,
Okay.
just a little bit. And now I'm just going to take one, which I ripped the top off of it, but I use a lot of our Best Choice products, which is just our private label at our store. We have, of course, national brands too, but this Best Choice, I just love it. I mean, it's just as good as the national brands, and it doesn't cost as much. So
that's what people are looking for. Doesn't cost as much. But speaking of cost and effort in general to go grocery shopping, you have online shopping now.
Yes, we have all the stores in Mobile County, our stores in Pensacola. Tons of our stores have this online shopping now. Baldwin County, Fairhope, I know that.
Okay.
Yep, you're living in Fairhope right now. So, and it's so easy. It's just like any other online shopping that so many people are used to nowadays. And everything that's inside our store, including meat, you know, produce, deli, everything is right there online. So you just go to greers.com/shop and you choose your location, and just, of course, add everything to your cart that you want to. There's spots in there for notes. So a lot of people will be like,
great. Okay.
You can kind of tell them.
You're
So if you want bananas, then some people will say, I want 2 green and 2 ready to eat.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And so you can always have that comfort that you can communicate exactly what you want. And you have options on there for substitutions or not for substitutions. You know, if you only want whatever, you know, Best Choice gravy mix, and you don't want McCormick or something like that, then you could say that.
Yeah.
So it's really nice, and we have, of course, personal shoppers that do all the shopping, and they're trained to pick things out even better than you would. So it's super easy. You get to pick your time and just come to the store, and we bring it out to your car. And if you don't want to even come to the store, then we have delivery options too. So we have Port City deliveries, we have Instacart, and we're actually about to start with Shipped. So
Wow.
we have,
That's convenient.
it is.
Wow, that's like all the other online shopping you can do right at your doorstep.
Yeah, that's exactly
fantastic.
right. So, you know, we're a family business, of course, a local business, but we are doing everything we can to just please our customers and make them save time and, of course, money with us. I mean, we're already bringing the best price to them, so we want to, you know, also bring all the convenience of what everybody wants today.
And that's the way things are moving nowadays. So you guys are just going with the trend. And,
Yeah.
and people will, I'm sure, take advantage of that.
Yeah, people
We're
are loving
finishing
it.
this up.
Yes.
Ranch brown gravy mix in.
You got it. Now we're just going to put the lid on, turn it on low for 10 hours,
Okay.
and supper will be ready.
In 10 hours.
In
Not
10 hours.
super quick.
No.
But so don't come home in a rush trying to make, you know, obviously.
Yep, you just got to put it on in the morning before you go, and or you could totally cook it on high for about 5 hours.
For half of that.
Yeah, half of that. So you definitely have that choice on there, and it'll be tender and it'll be yummy.
Great pot roast. Is there a name for it?
No,
We don't
I
have
didn't
a
even
name.
come up with a name.
Should we make a
for it.
name? Oh,
Alexa's pot roast.
ranch gravy pot roast.
Ranch pot roast.
Ranch pot roast. We just made a name. There you go, and you're
There
looking
it
at
is.
it right now, all finished and done. That looks delicious. Thank you so much for being here,
Thank
Lucy.
you.